So finally I took the time and take out this lens to shoot with it. Now this is, the NAVITAR, that famous mysterious lens that I have bought quite cheap, but I was intrigued by it because it has an f-stop of 0.95. And although it's a 50 millimeters, so I have already a lot of 50 millimeters, I wanted to buy, so I bought this lens. And, I had to do, because it's a C-mount lens, I had to do a lot of modifications. So the adapter of the C-mount to EFM mount, I had to, change it a lot. Like I had to sew it down, then grind it down to make it thinner because it was quite thick and the lens couldn't, get close enough to the sensor. But now it's working fine without any problems. As you could see it in the intro clips, I went out in the evening, at night, and shot some clips. So even though there was not extreme low light, because there are, lights, it's in the town, I wanted to see how is it performing, even with, this kind of situation where it is dark, but you still have some harsh lights. And I'm kind of disappointed in a way, meaning that I think I need some kind of filters, because the lights are just so harsh and not beautiful, not aesthetic. This is the word. They are not aesthetic. I mean, I tried out the bokeh, and the bokeh for this lens, the bokeh is strange. Look at when I'm trying to take the advantage of the bokeh, it's not nice. But then maybe I did an error, and the error was that I used this lens at the maximum aperture. So I was all the time at f 0.95. So yeah, that could be an explanation, but I wanted to remain at ISO 100. I didn't want to go up to 2, 4, 800, because I see, I want you to see what the camera can do natively. So these footages I'm never putting through denoising and other, stuff that could enhance or make it the image cleaner, proper. That's not the idea. The idea is what this camera with a magic lantern can do natively. Results coming out from the camera, straight out the camera. The only thing what I'm doing is I'm applying LUTs and I'm doing the color grading, but that color grading is just something basic, so that's all. And this is why I'm telling you that with this lens, what I wanted to do is remaining at 100 ISO, because natively that's the cleanest. It's the settings where the sensor has the best noise in, ratio. I wanted to see how it handles, what kind of quality it offers at maximum aperture. Obviously, if we go down to 1.2, 1.4, it will be more sharpened image and a better quality, that's for sure. But I wanted to see this time with the maximum f-stop. And but as I told you, I didn't like it, the bokeh, but then we can put some, I know we can put some filters, and so we can overcome this problem. But I would prefer natively to be beautiful and everything working fine, but I don't think the strength of this lens is really the bokeh, the artistical way. So I think that with the low light situation, it handles it well. I mean, f0.95, I think it's more than enough, and even with the Canon USM and Magic Lantern, it's enough. I will do some more extreme tests, low light tests, but I don't think it will have any problems with it. I mean, 0.95, it's really enough. The 50mm, it's quite nice. It gives you a compressed image. And what I have observed also is that 0.95, you have that shallow depth of field. So it's, like focusing is different, or you will have just, a focus point, and the other points will be a little bit blurry. And this is what I have observed. So obviously stepping down with the aperture will bring out more sharpness, and overview of the image will be cleaner and sharper. But I wanted to see the result with the f0.95. So I invite you now to look at the footages that I have took, and tell me what is your opinion. What do you think about the images with the NAVITAR 50mm at f0.95 all the way? And how do you see it with the harsh lights, with the electric lights that are affecting in the camera, and the flares? I saw some flares also. I would like to know what is your opinion. For me, the flares, I find it strange. For me personally, I do not like it. Obviously, there are some ways that we can eliminate them by using filters. So probably I will look up some kind of filters that I can put it on. But I'm thinking that if I'm applying filters, or I'm putting filters in front of the lens, that will play with the f-stop. So it will darken the image. It will not allow the image to arrive at the sensor with the same luminosity. But yeah, I will do some further tests with it.